your dad a thumbs up.
Welcome, people. We are on live. So this is an exciting little time for us, right?
Yeah.
We are online on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. I don't know what that just did, but I can't see because everything's going sideways. Great. Anyway,
So you go like this.
so welcome to the show. This is Don Fishin. For all of you that have been with us for a while, bear with us for a minute because I need to explain a little bit. Um,
We're not on Facebook Live at all.
just get it live. No. So Facebook doesn't matter because they already know this shit.
What's going on, John Coverly? Happy belated birthday, brother.
So really, guys, Ray and I are just a couple of friends. We only met a couple of years ago. We started actually. What happened was I moved into an area and I was looking for people to fish with, and I put out a thing, and Ray was interested. Went fishing one time, and pretty much we ever since. And then what happened? Ray's like someone I talk to all the time about. I call him. My wife would make fun of me. What the hell? You're on the phone with your boyfriend again?
Oh yeah, I get that too. Yeah, I get that too.
I'm like, give me a break. Anyway, we talked for an hour and a half at a time about fishing. And Ray at one point came up to me and was like, I always
Yeah.
so I was like, well, listen to this fishing show. And we got Greg. Greg's still with us, but Greg's got a lot of shit going.
Greg's with us in spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like he's totally gone, but
Greg's getting ready to leave for Africa on Sunday. 2 weeks.
we'll go back to that.
He's on vacation. That's good for him.
But we started to just go. We're like, if this is not fun, we're not gonna do it. It's been fun.
It's
We
been
started.
it's been a big learning experience.
We started with.
We sucked.
We sucked.
Yeah, we did. We
We
sucked.
started with a tablet leaned against the shelf.
We started on Zoom.
Yeah, for real. We started on Zoom. And now we have I'm looking at a dashboard here. I got my son off his phone. We have lighting systems, but we really started very serious. Love talking fishing, and we love talking to you guys about fishing. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do tonight. Welcome TikTok. TikTok. When I first started getting this on, they wouldn't let me go live. I didn't have enough followers. I appreciate all you guys that jumped on. This was a week and a half ago. I had like 7 followers when I first started. Now I'm approaching 1,000. We're approaching 1,000. You guys are awesome. You guys made this happen. Appreciate you. What are you doing? You're just.
Oh, you're fine. Just keep going. I got you, bro.
So now we're. They told us we could go live at 300 followers based on my other social media outlets. But now we're a week and a half in. We're almost at 1,000. So that was almost no. But welcome, guys. Welcome TikTok. So we got Facebook, TikTok, everyone else. I am Mike. Mike is right. Right. What do you do? What's your purpose?
My purpose is I'm here to make sure Mike doesn't mess up. No. My purpose is
Do that.
our purpose here is to talk fishing. That's it. My purpose. I'm not the expert at all, but I try to be.
Neither of us actors, man.
We just pretend we are. If we pretend we are, that's good.
Anything with enough confidence will believe you.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I, so, guys, I'm a school teacher,
That's
chemistry, biology, and forensics. I tell my students, you can say anything with enough confidence they believe you. So, I'm going to sit here and tell you things with confidence and challenge me. I'm good with that. But we just love fishing, and that's why we do. And the fact that the that we're on the phone for an hour, we're like, we might as well just record our calls, right?
yeah. Word.
So let's
What's up, Chris
start here.
Sherman?
What do you like to fish for? What's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite, so I enjoy fishing for many different fish: smallmouth, muskie, walleyes, bighead. Really, to be honest with you, any damn thing that bites.
Yep.
Don't really care, just as long it's not about what you're catching. It's about being out in the outdoors.
If you look at our videos, that's what I've been posting. I'm gonna send you a lot more stuff. We need to go back through stuff and edit it. Ray and I are just about being present. I mean,
I
that's
take pictures while I'm out there. If the fish ain't biting, I have a camera with me, and I'm driving around trying to find eagles, and osprey, and herons, everything, and just I take pictures.
that's our church.
Yeah. So
You know,
this is this. It's our church. Church on the water.
that's where we find.
They smoke on the water. It's church on the water, man.
There's
Sometimes there's smoke on the water. Depends if I'm pedaling real fast. That's my back of my kayak might be smoking as I'm going.
or if that fog rolls in.
Yeah, well the fog. It's always a fog. Yeah, heavy
You,
fog.
I mean,
And then when you're out there and it's real hot, you just figure that like bush beer. Said that old beer and everything. But
yep.
so
So, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. Especially, we need to update some of our equipment too. So, I can't. I apologize. Can't read all your comments. But look at me right. I'm an old man. I'm going like this.
it's sideways. So it's coming up because we had to turn the camera sideways so we could both get in it. So if one of you comments, "Hey, watch over a little bit," I gotta go like this, and I can read everything. So I can see. I can see John's telling us, "LOL." But it's really good. Love having all you guys join us on TikTok. That's awesome.
So we just started this on TikTok, and we wanted to bring everyone in. Just TikTok. The Just know that this is our first time we're going live. We're not ready for it, but we're just gonna try. So, um, I want to say to you all that I love the enthusiasm about Joe. You guys have been awesome. Any of you, especially the big companies, but anyone got questions for us? And not tonight, but you want to jump on and contribute? I'll make that happen, but I can't do that tonight. My screen's way over here. So make sure you give us feedback, any comments that would help us, any tips, anything else, let us know. Because this is our first time going live on the show.
Actually, I think Facebook's going to be fine. I think Facebook will be the first thing we go off of, not live. TikTok and maybe YouTube. So, I mean,
Well,
I mean, once you get them rolling, but it's like eventually, I think Facebook will be the first one to go.
we kind of need something to. That's where
Oh
YouTube
yeah,
comes
well,
in.
YouTube holds it. Yeah.
But
Well,
again, we're asking for your help.
yeah.
So let's talk about fishing. Um, I met Ray and was not a snakehead fisherman. What happened was I grew up a bass. I grew up on a lake. I fished every day. bass. I mean, I catch other fish, but I was then I moved to Vermont and did trout, which was kind of annoying. Not that I don't love fish, but it was annoying in Vermont because I Orbis. I go out on the water in sneakers, shorts, t-shirt, my gear. I was frowned upon. I was not the guy in the Orbis. The waiters, that was I just was out there to fish. Kind of deterred me, and I ended up mostly upstream trout, natives, small trout. Loved it. Then recently in 2018, I moved to Delaware, where my wife is from, and started bass fishing, ponds, whatever. And I caught my first snakehead. Holy shit, amazing! And then I met Ray. I was fishing off of an old Coleman crawdad, piece of shit. I mean, literally, we had to row it with a kayak paddle because it had nothing. It still got us out there. And but I caught my first snakehead. Never looked back. Now I will saltwater fish, but Ray and I during the summer bass fishing. Now I know that we have a lot of people interested that carp fish, catfish. I'd love to get more into it. That's out of my comfort zone. So you want to feed us on that? I would love to include you. I'd love to get more information. Just not what I'm used to. But as far as snakehead fishing, that's what we do. Fish Pennsylvania, Maryland, Jersey, Delaware, Ray,
Virginia.
Virginia. Ray's been musky fishing down there, but cold water fishing. I got friends that do ice fishing. I don't do a lot of ice fishing. Send us stuff. We're open to all this. Want to know what we want to include you guys in this. So our show, like I said, is just two guys that love to talk about fishing, and we want to expand our catalog, if you will. So Ray's been trying to take us out walleye fishing. Hasn't went well this year.
Well, this has been really weird. The damn sirens go off the one time. It's just weird.
Our peanut gallery is going as last time we went, Matt went with us. As soon as we were at Holtwood. As soon as Ray and Rodney went down, the alarms go off for the dam. I think it's dam flooding. We have all these big signs, and I held back. We held back for like what an hour before I finally got a hold of you, and you're like, "No, what was it?"
Tail races. That's what generates the. So tail races on on search box on the planet. Tail races do run continuous even sometimes they run. When you hear the siren, damn siren is a very distinct siren. It sounds like a fire truck when you hear that. It's a whole different siren. And I knew that day when we were there, especially when you're in a drought situation, they're not flooding the dam. They might flood the kayak park. They do run the tail races because I think that helps generate power at the plant and stuff like that, the water flow. So the tail races run constantly. If we get any more rain though, that some bitch will be flooded till March, April. So
Yeah, but we still need to get out there.
yeah, before they flood it. Well, I don't know. I actually checked out safewaters.com the other day, and it actually showed that Holtwood was spilling. So I mean, that's one of the places we go. Show is spilling over. So that lets you know that it's flooded right now. That was the
Go up to
yeah,
3 Mile High.
yeah. Oh yeah, you could do that. But again, you want the river to be. You don't want the river to be raging there. But yeah, you very good point. Yeah, you can go up TMI. You can go up further than that. You can. I mean, there's a million spots to fish along the Susquehanna. But this time of year, when you're walleye fishing, muskie fishing, you want the dams. They run up, they get stopped. They're not operating the fish ladder, so they're not pulling fish upriver. When they're trying to do the shad restoration and shit like that with the shad. That's what the fish ladders are for, is for the shad to go up. They're not doing that though right now. That's shut off. That's usually in the spring because they run heavy in the spring. So after that, they don't do it anymore. So
Well, I need to learn more about cold water fishing. I need more crankbait stuff. So you guys know I'm a top water and a soft plastic guy. Got a couple friends that are with us. I see Castanassis. Don commenting on this. Yo, you all need to check out John's. John makes stuff. Um, I know also, guys, shoot me any information to talk about. Um, I got a bunch of lures. Love shout outs to you. Like John's local. We got a bunch of local people that help us out a bunch. When I started snakehead fishing, the snakehead outlaws, Jesse and Frank helped me out. They've helped both of us out a whole bunch. But I know across the country, we got a lot of great behind us, great fishermen. So, what do we normally talk about? Well, we talk about our exploits on. We do a lot of kayak fishing. Look in our videos. I hate to say this, but my last post was kind of a. This is what I roll. I roll in Old Ray rolls Old Town. We both have other kayaks that if we're going into a place that my autopilot, I roll 13.6. So it's 13'6" autopilot. Ray's had to help me over this. Am I correct?
it's heavy. It's heavy.
It's heavy. It's not a true
It's
kayak.
good. It's good for big water. Really good for big water. Like that's supposed to be safe out in the ocean, the bay, all that stuff. It's good for that kind of stuff, but
But
not.
even your pedal, Old Town, is
Oh, I could get out in the bay. I've been in the bay with my
no,
my
it's
pedal.
great. But then go to ponds, you leave that
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
because you want to light. We're traveling through the woods.
Or
My
you're
wife,
or you're fishing little swamps that are maybe a foot deep. Your
hmm
pedals will be down in the mud where they won't be worth a shit. So it's or your bottom of your prop and shit's in the mud, so it's no good then. But
well, you guys all know. And like my wife, when she thought about fishing, she thought about a can of worms, a bobber sitting on the shore, get up, and that's not what we do. We load shit into carts, we trek it through the woods, and there's been many times that people that we go out with are like, "Those- how odd is that for like someone who doesn't understand here? I'm sore from fishing, but that's when you want to get to those spots with no one else, then yeah, you're gonna be sore.
then
You
your
got to work
kayak
for it.
helps out them.
You got to work for it though. So, couple of things. Hate wind. That's
Unless you're bank fishing, then it's not.
I know.
On the kayak is brutal.
I'll leave. I went out like I'm so done with fighting the. Did get the power pole mic. But any anchor pole is great. So what are you seeing on there? I'm seeing a lot of stuff here that I can't read because
No, don't look that way. No, you're going the wrong way. You got to go this way. This way you see it. If you go this way, then it's going to be upside down. You're going to be like, back to my reading.
you know any of my TikTok friends. How do I get this? What software or what hardware do I need to get this thing flipped around so it doesn't say Enoch
Fishin.
ignition?
Yeah.
Because everything's backwards, right? And if you look at my Facebook channel or YouTube, we have the AI camera on. That I don't know. That's something we have to figure out. So a couple other things that I wanted to mention to you all. We fish with a lot of people that are on Fish with Rodney and Rodney Tightline too. Fish with John Coverly. That's the crew that if we get together, we go out. Castanassis, Delaware Pond. We got all these guys that we excuse me. You post on those sites. Um, we know our Matt. What is it called? Niche,
Ditch.
but we don't know as much beyond that. So feed us in and let us know what you want to talk about, and we'd be happy to. I don't know if you realize this, right, but on Talk Live, we could bring people in from let them go live to us. Could actually talk to them that. So let us know what you want to talk about. Let us kind of guide us a little bit. But we love to hear talk. Love to just bullshit. Ray will tell you some exciting things about fishing, pooping.
Sitting off your kayak without flipping. Huh?
That could be really.
Really tough. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you have the pedal. You ever use pedal?
No, I sit there and hang right up the edge and hang on to my pedals for dear life and just lean the kayak over and I hold on.
Why don't you use the pedal hole?
Because then you gotta sit there and try
You
to
gotta
get
aim.
over that. Yeah, hell with that, man. I just sit there and hang my ass right over the boat.
Well, I was out crabbing on my kayak. I dropped my anchor and I went back into a cove. I had to take a leak. Next, you know, current turns me around. There's boats coming by, and at that point, it screams out. I can't do it. So, yeah. Tell us your dilemmas. That was a dilemma that day because people don't need to. And I could get arrested for exposure, I guess, right?
Yeah,
They don't need.
sure they do. They're leaving you alone while you're out there fishing.
It was cold. Just saying. That's why they didn't press me. Anyway, what are we getting in, right?
I'm just answering Hendo. Hendo's on, and Joe Ross on. So I'm just sitting here trying to talk to everybody, answering comments while you're talking.
So, Hendo, check out Goose. Goose and Hendo are guys. They've been in this very beginning. Hendo, what tour were they at? Right?
I think they're in
National,
Chicago.
but on national tour?
Yeah, Gooses.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Um, so bass fishing's kind of slowing down here. Not stopped. I wouldn't say stopped. I got a lot of guys coming. Pickerel tournament.
Yeah, it's a
Have you
good
seen
time of year
those?
for them. Yeah, I've seen some of them.
Um, snakeheads are
Pretty much
pre-
done.
pretty much if you I mean you can catch snake. You got to
Live bait now.
live bait deep.
Well,
Really,
they can't really be that deep because you mostly catch them in 3 foot of water or less. So, what are they at 3 foot?
I was at Beck's last year at this, and they were sitting at 10 foot and just hovering not moving. And you might be able to live bait or so now you're looking at crappie, you're looking at pickerel, pike, looking at walleye,
Muskie,
mollies.
muskie,
You,
pike.
you love your muskies. Who's my muskie fisherman out there? We I have never caught a muskie. I got my fish that I've never caught,
I've got 4 in my lifetime.
but we're
4.
we're searching for the same unicorn,
Yeah.
the bowfin.
Yeah, the bowfin.
Neither of us got bowfin.
I
So
one hooked one year and had it to the edge of the boat. Didn't have my net that
that's
day.
fair.
Yeah, I didn't have the net.
I'm pretty sure I had a bowfin, but I but I I saw the silver flash and got up and away. So the other thing we want to do, I want to mention Susquehanna. Talk to the guys. Love to some of the affiliation stuff with, but put in the comments what type of fishing, bank fishing, kayak fishing, bass boat, um, John boat, whatever.
Yeah,
Let
he's
us know.
talking about the guys on TikTok right now, not really. The
No,
guys who are on our
both.
Facebook and our YouTube are guys we fish with, and they're more of our regulars, so we know how they're fishing. But you guys on TikTok, there's so many of yous right now that, you know, let us know what you're fishing.
Yeah,
You know,
we're just looking how to guide the show.
yeah,
Um, like I said, we do know a bunch about fishing, but we are planning for the future. Want to know what we're talking about? Ray and I are not talking about ice fishing. I lived in Vermont. I know that's a whole culture, but you ain't driving out on the ice and you ain't leaving a shack out there because we got ice
for what, half a day?
half a day, and that's a risk.
Yeah, yeah, that shit's not thick enough.
So, but we could if we wanted to pretty much kayak fish all year, and we got Chesapeake Bay, Delaware River, Delaware Bay, and in Delaware here, I actually just found this out. Within 8 miles of any place in Delaware, there is tidal water. I did not know that.
Hmm.
So we can technically fish tidal water at any point in time. Whether anything's fighting, that's a difference. So let's go from here. Right now, I was looking at my lure. I wish I knew. I used to, when I was younger, got colder. We used to just throw around the lake. The lake I fished, it was enough, but it didn't have, didn't allow any more. So even electric, I was there. So we throw around and pull crankbait, like it crankbaits. We come here, we catch some really big perch there. But in the not so recent past, there was not a great crappie, any of that. So now I've been trying to catch it. And around here, crappie, you could always catch them. Find out, you find their. Still trying to work on learning how to use. Silver Helix, Hummingbird, but I'm still trying to learn how to read that. Crappie are a lot of fun. Pickerel, I can't. At least I haven't. Crankbaits. Then I learn about all these other things. Head rig. Never used crayfish is foreign things called them. Then I see drop shots. And these are not things that I use a Texas rig, a twister. Um, Recently, I've used different jigs for copying. I'm still learning about how to use. I'm like I said, I love my hollow body top water. I love anything. I love that when it's summer and hot and you get that top water explosion. That's my shit.
That's
So
when it's fun.
that's so when we get into this season, it's a little tough for me. But what I did learn a lot about this subsurface, like underspin,
Yeah, a lot of
different.
underspins. Yeah, a lot of doing.
We've been
Me
we've
too.
been rocking and that has done really well for us. Swim bait, underspin, and I started to experiment with and make different lures. That I telling them all with it, but this is brand new. I mean, last in October I had huge bass days where I was still pulling in snakeheads. I'm just huge bass days, and the top water bite lasted. I caught my last top water for
Yeah,
so pulling him on
but we
top.
also had some. We also had some warm weather early. So it was nice. Still, it was in the 60s early, and it just got cold. In 1 week, it went from 60s to 30, and this is a depressing time of year.
Kinda is.
You go to work, it's going to get worse once we get past January, because like January's a rough month because you're definitely going to work when it's dark, definitely coming home when it's dark, or if you are coming home, you got a half hour before it is dark, so you don't really get a lot of outside. I mean, the good thing for me is I'm self-employed. So during the day, like if I want to just walk out, I can walk out of the house and go sit out in the front yard for a little bit, enjoy the day. That's kind of nice, So
Well, I will say not last year because I was busy last year. The year before, on January 2nd, I got my first fish. That was a crappie. I just I need to
yeah,
and
my first fish the past 5 years has been trout.
in April.
No, usually March because
Oh yeah.
well they stock a catch it. There's a catch and release one up in PA, so they call it a delayed harvest. So I have to keep trout out till June 15th. Well, by June 15th, them damn things are washed so far downstream they're not there anymore. But that's a good time to. They stock it early in February. It's all artificial lures. It's either fly fishing or spinner fishing. That's it. Can't have no bait, no nothing. And you can go in there. If you get in there the day they stock and the day after they stocked, you can have a freaking field day in there. With catch a lot of trout.
I
They,
guess there's not a lot of people there.
well, there is. You do get a lot of people, but you can walk down and greet people. Like it's not like opening day of trout season where you have 10,000 assholes sitting around one
That's what
hole. Yeah, no, it's nothing like that. But you might go down and might see 30 people in a mile and a half. But it's everybody's spread out. But the good thing is so are the fish. But when they do that, when they stock that, they stock big trout. So most of your
So
trout
they're
are,
the breeders.
yeah. So basically your trout are like 14, 18 inches average.
Okay.
So but that's been my first fish the past couple of years has been trout, and that's just because I go out in February. I've already been done. I've already cleaned out my bag. I've already reorganized all my shit, and by June, all my stuff's in every different box, and I wait for the next year to do it. So that comes up after Christmas time. I'll start pulling out all my boxes, condensing them, reorganizing everything to crankbaits and Ned rigs and rubber worms and everything else. And
I feel like my shit is all over.
oh well, you're going fishing. So if we're going snakehead fishing, like I usually
I
have a
put this
box.
box and I did put this box. So
Yeah.
I'm in all different boxes now. I need to take some time to actually organize. I have so many, and
That's the perfect time to do it because
absolutely,
you can't go out, so it keeps you fresh in your mind. Like I have a river box pack. I'm going to the Susquehanna and I want to go tomorrow morning. All I gotta do is grab my bag. I'm ready to go. It's loaded. It's already got two boxes full. I got all my stuff I need, ready to go. When I snakehead fish, it's the same thing. Everything's in the crate. I go. Sometimes I take two big boxes with me just to have shit. Sometimes I don't take a lot, but it's just it's you gotta go through your tackle because I
I
go
need to
through.
go through
Yeah, like I go through shit sometimes and realize, oh shit, there's no treble hook on it. Lost the treble hook. Oh, this one's broken or whatever.
I gotta sharpen this.
Yeah, I don't really sharpen too much. I sometimes will,
I need to sharpen some of mine right
but
now.
it's
No, when we go
the
out
ones
there,
you use regular.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, go out there, and so Ray and I are both really, we're really bad with it. Bring way too much stuff out, and we'd find we. Find. So this, if Ray and I have made up, we simplified. Would you agree?
Oh yeah.
Uh, all this stuff we used to bring out, we because we.
Yeah,
So
like you mean you remember me when I first go out? Like when I would
Ray
go.
was the guy that bring like 13 boxes.
Yeah, I have enough shit for everything, but now it's funny. Like if I go snakehead fishing, I maybe have 10 lures in a box,
Yeah,
maybe 15 tops. Depends what I'm doing. Depends the time of
some
year.
subsurface, some top water.
I won't in the summertime. I won't even bring subsurface because I won't use it.
I
Early
I will
spring,
I will
late
put a
fall.
subsurface lure on my, and I'll just leave it on there, and I might not use that
You
one,
might never even touch that pole. Yep,
but I will put it on there because you never know.
yep.
And then the other poles I have top water on, and I'll oftentimes, like I said, never touch that pole, but I'll switch the lures on the based on color
Yep.
or action.
That's the
So,
time of year.
and then we get into eyeball.
But that's
And
just snakehead fishing. That's
I
not
know
for all types of
right
fishing.
now I'm missing.
I'm not missing it. I had enough of them this year. I like my cold water. I like going to different places now. Is it? I kind of like abandoned all that.
That's guaranteed action.
It is guaranteed action, but I have abandoned like smallmouth fishing in the summertime when it's at its peak. Like when you should be out there banging the shit out of them, and I'm out here messing with snakeheads. It's like this year. I'm definitely gonna get up on the river more with my kayak. I definitely want to do some more smallmouth fishing, but it's hard because you can go out and you can go 10 minutes from home and catch 5 to 10 snakeheads, or you can go to the river and you might catch 30, 40 bass, but then 30, 40 bass are equivalent to maybe four snakeheads in length. You know what I mean? It's fun. And it's a, I don't know,
I
it's
still stay on this.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know me.
I like to get out and try the bass, and
I need to go for.
you
You
got to
need to go for dragons.
I'll get one by the end of this year. I can guarantee I'm gonna get one.
Me too.
I think I'm actually going to catch 5 of them this year.
Okay.
That's what my goal was going to be. I'm going to catch 5 dragons this year. Yeah, there you go. Got to stop crabbing.
That was last year. I was
Yeah,
learning. I know how to do it.
well, but it's not,
I
actually you need to start snakehead fishing while you're crabbing. Some of them waters they definitely have them in.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think you could definitely, and then you,
Especially as the season goes on and the water gets less salty.
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, you are absolutely correct.
I would have a fishing pole, put your line down, let it sit for a half hour, about fish the banks. I just go pull a line up, pull, do a run, and then go back and fish the banks for a little bit.
So you guys know I run a 1200 trot line crabbing. There's a lot of action. Grace saying just let it soak a little bit fast. I agree. A lot of action. Um, hold on a second. Okay, we're good. When we was talking about trout fishing, one thing that came to mind from growing up in New Jersey, I know some of you. I used to be shoulders, and I did it every year. And it wasn't about the fishing as much as the pottery. Just used out there, breakfast, whatever, and it was just a. But it wasn't so much. Now that I'm more fish together, use trout fishing. This is something Ray brought up to practice.
Get you back in the swing of things.
Don't fish for a while. Lose the lose your lose all. And this happens all the time with me. When so when I'm top water fishing with hollow body, I'm doing that for extended amount of time. Your hollow body set is so different from your subsurface set, crankbait set. Like hollow body, you let it take it. That you don't want to set it right off the bat. So then when I switch and I go to soft plastics, crankbait, whatever, they take it, miss my set because I'm not used to it. I'm so stuck. But even more so at the beginning of the season when you start trout fishing, I'll miss some because I'm on a spin. The spinner's an easy one to actually set because that treble hook, most of the time, even if they bump it wrong, you're gonna hook them, you know.
Yeah.
But gotta get back down to
You
your
you
rhythm.
know what the problem with trout fishing though is when you use an ultralight, your medium to heavy action rods or heavy action rods, and then you get the ultralight, and you look like you can't cast.
Yeah,
I hate that, man.
it's a
With it.
sloppy
Oh, it is sloppy because it takes probably about 50 casts to get back on to where you're like, okay, I got it now. It's not.
got so much
But
around.
yeah, oh, it's terrible. But it's again, that's practice. You're getting out there. You're getting out on the water. You're just messing around. So it's like trout fishing. I could care less if I go and catch five or if I catch 30. It's like fishing out of a bucket, but it's still
Fishing.
it's
At
fun.
that point in the year, you're
Yeah,
just happy to be
yeah. You're just glad to be the hell outside. Like last year, I didn't have a good winter fishing because I hurt myself, so I couldn't fish as much last year. So
no, I totally agree that though it's not real when it's stock trout, I like regular trout fishing is different. They throw 1,000 or 800, whatever trout in this basic Ray said you're pulling them out of a barrel. That's not our normal fishing, but it still gets us back in the
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
so still on the water.
Practice makes perfect.
I ain't perfect.
And well, with trout fishing too, using that ultralight, man, when you're sitting there trying to do that, I like set the hook sometimes a little crazy with that thing, man. But it's
The trout flying out of
yeah.
the water.
Next thing that thing's coming right behind you real fast, or it's coming at you at 90 miles per hour out of the water.
How many times have you been top water fishing? You guys as well. When you see that strike and you go to set the hook and that lure comes, the fish never took it. It's sitting right below the surface and that lure comes at you like that. basically the speed of light.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
Or
either get hit by it or dodge it. I've actually ripped fish out of it. If it's smaller than I thought, I've ripped them and they've blown over the boat. I've set too hard. So,
yeah, that's that's brutal. And or if you're snagged
oh,
and you're like don't think it's getting out, and all of a sudden you just yank your line or you pull your line to break it, and that thing comes flying at you. Yeah, always sucks when you're on a kayak because you ever notice when your line comes and you're fishing on a kayak, you duck out of the way, the line goes behind you, but it tangles up on every damn thing in the kayak.
everything, every
Every little thing, and it'll make knots, and you'll be like, "How the hell did this knot even happen? It just came straight out. I got a knot here. It's around this. It's around my pedals. It's around my fishing rods in the back."
and how does it go through each pilot?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, really? That it actually had that precision?
yeah. Like this is the first year of being on my kayak that cast, and I've had my line all twisted around fishing poles behind me.
Oh yeah.
Like sit there and then go to throw it, and then your fishing rod comes over your head. The other one, that shit.
So on that note, I use floats on my rods now, and the reason I do that is because I've actually went back for the class and with a little bit of slop because I wasn't particular, has hooked another rod and thrown that rod out into the water.
Yep.
And I've, I've been lucky. I've never lost a rod that way.
Yeah, no, I had the floats too. I didn't used to use the floats, and I had one time where I was holding a fishing rod in my hand and almost dropped it in the water, and I was like, you know what? Now I'm putting them on. But I actually learned something about the floats. I'll have to show it. Be a good thing to show on there because my line always gets tangled in my.
Oh, why not pull them all the way down?
No, 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 I pull mine all the way down, but the line still like catch it. But I had when I bought my last set of floats because I like the smaller floats. I don't like I got
Yeah,
the ones
yeah.
that are real big, so I went down smaller just to because they're a little bit skinnier. But when I bought them, they had them so that the Velcro's tucked into the float,
Okay.
and you can bring just one piece around instead of having like the double pieces laying on top of it. I don't know. I,
I
I did that
understand.
this year. I did it this year, and it worked out really good for me. So I mean, like, well, halfway through the year,
Boom.
when I start to learn how to set hook,
That's it. Like
mm,
we talked about this because when you're in a bigger boat or you're bank fishing, it's easier to set the hook instead of going sideways.
that
Up. The up is the big thing. How many fish do we miss?
I lost probably about 100 fish this year just because. Well, when you're sitting, you're lazy,
Yep.
so you just sit there. I got it, and you're like, shit, I missed it.
But
But
that's why you stand up.
yeah, and see, and I stand up probably on my kayak probably about 80% of the time. I'm
And
sitting.
I've started to, but I wasn't as comfortable in the past.
Yeah,
And last year I was fishing off of Ascend almost well, all the time. And I'm
you don't stand on that.
not, especially me, 290 pounds. The Old Town I could stand on, but it's when you're standing, it's a lot easier to do the overhead set. And that's the difference missing a fish, losing. We learned that really quick. I when we first went out, those first couple trips this year, lost right. We lost so many fish,
Hmm.
and it was what it came down to was our hooks. Why are you look?
I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm messing with the comment thing and lost them all. It's all good.
I haven't even been able to. Comments are too small, so I have two options. Either I could do this, or right now. So people, if I'm not answering you, it's because we're learning. I'll make this better. But right now, my old ass can't see shit. Ray's old ass can't see shit. He's older than me. Like 100 years old.
35.
35 years older than
35 years old.
me. No, what is it? We'll just multiply it. But yeah. So we are looking forward to right now. We're heading into. I
Winter
need
does
to.
suck.
I need to get my kayak cleaned up. I actually just bought a rack. Tired of just dragging them on. So I bought on Amazon 5 kayak racks. Everything except the old town. Old town. I need to. I want to rework the lighting on. So I know I don't want that on. I'm gonna take off the navigation lights and I have them now.
I set mine on crates. Well, I use the carts for the backside, and in the front I set them on like milk crates and stuff
I
like
know.
that.
I don't like.
Works good for me.
I don't like my lighting system. So I'm gonna read. I got the strip navigation. I want to puck on the front. I want different interior lights. Had the yak attack light. I want some lower or lower profile because that we're hard on.
Right.
Yeah. And at one point,
I didn't even wash my kayak this year. And then yeah, you do a good wash on them all and clean them and wax them and do everything. I'm waiting for a warm day just to
me
pull
too.
them out. And it's like I get the warm day, but it's a day I'm working. And
That's
then
it.
by the time I get home, it's 28 degrees outside, so it's like it's pointless. But we're getting into some warmer days next week, so that's a
Well,
good. That's a good thing.
I
Actually,
got
even the following week is going to be warm too.
my wife's not gonna like this rechargeable bathtub screen. I mean,
Try to clean it up.
the stem line
Yeah,
across the bottom.
yeah. I tell you what. I tell you what's funny. If you wax your kayak, like last year, I really waxed mine really good. Whenever I want to clean the scum line, because sometimes, like during the summertime, I'll just bring them home and I'll turn my kayak sideways. I'll hose all this. You know, that duckweed and bullshit in there, and so I'll sit there. I can hose along it. It'll actually fade the line. Then I get a sponge with some Dawn soap, put it in a bucket, go right down it. Literally, as easy as you can do it, and it just comes right off. If you don't have wax, that shit's a bitch, man. It's a bitch because I didn't do it on the native. I mean, native gave me fits of rage trying to clean it, but the native's been washed. I did do the native. That thing
I
was
didn't,
filthy.
and my oh my god, the sand going into pond we went to it. It is
Gross.
it's a swamp
Mhm.
because so the end of the year we were fishing a pond that you had to go through like 15 yards of muck,
But
mud,
it's would swallow you up to your knees.
and like I would go out like this one knee on the kayak pushing in mud with the other leg, like you were a little kid on a skateboard with your knee dropped on the skateboard. And that my that that's my lighter kayak. It is absolutely. And then you get out to field of weeds, so now you're paddling and flopping back in the boat. That thing is, but we did really every
Yeah.
second.
Oh yeah, every second of it.
So I don't care about that. I'll do because it was worth it. So people, I'm gonna got about 5 minutes left, but I need to say a couple things. One, check out our friends, Rodney and like two, John at Caston. Check out Tactical. Check out Big Head Outlaws, High Octane. Just giving them all shout outs. Um, the other thing is, no TikTok hates or YouTube. What's our YouTube, Greg?
It's at Fishin without a G 302. At symbol Fishin Fishin 302. Join our YouTube or join our TikTok, whatever.
Yeah, well, follow us on TikTok, obviously. And the other thing is, one thing I've gotten some hits about this. If merch, what would you guys like? That's what you tell us. We get people that are interested. We can make it happen. I mean, you guys guide us. That's why we're on. Let us know. I guess we get an hour.
Yeah, you got 4 more minutes. Not gonna work. Gonna come right back up.
That's a pain in the ass. That's okay. And so, Rick,
But yeah, so join us on YouTube. Remember at Fishin 302. I believe, or follow us on TikTok at Fishin.97.
John dot Fishin
97.
97
Okay. Okay.
at John dot Fishin 97
Yeah. And Facebook, just going fishing.
on Fishin.
It's like they're the ways to get on with us and be with us and everything like that. So that's all good.
What's that analytics, man? So, by the way, we have my son Matt. He's doing our production. We'll switch from Matt, Michael, sometimes both, sometimes Finn. Matt says he's the better one if he could say it off his damn phone.
Michael's the better one, but we won't say nothing.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that would be fine with them. What's the analytics, Matt? Okay. Guys, I'm gonna sign out. I gotta pee. Let's help talk to them.
All right. So anyway, next week we'll be back here again. Following week is Christmas. I do not think I don't know if we'll do a show on the 26th or not. We'll figure all that out once it gets closer. I usually have a lot of company that time year, and during that week it's a tough week. So join us next week because next week might be our last episode for the year. Maybe, not sure yet, but it might be the last one. Isn't that exciting? Last one. We did this for a whole year. Crazy. That's crazy when you think about that. It's been a year, huh, Matt? Whole year. But but yeah. Anyway, well, Mike's gone. You ready to take us off? Shut us down? So we are going fishing. We'll see you all next week, 7:30 Eastern Time. Be here, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook Live, whatever. Till next week. Adios, people. We'll see you guys all next week, man. Have a good one.